You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, I'm Les Brown. Let me share with you something that I believe in strongly. It's been said that coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous. Think about that. As we celebrate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., his work, a beacon of hope and a champion for justice, we find ourselves in a moment of people who are now taking on the leadership of the world that are just the opposite of that. In the midst of this moment of uncertainty and change, we must remember that God is hiding in plain sight, whispering to us, "Fear not, count it all good." Some might argue, what good? While others may be stuck and scratching their heads, still trying to make sense of all of this. This is where God says, my way is not your way. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Since the election, many people have felt their hearts broken and hope slipping away. For countless of women in marginalized communities, it felt like a punch in the gut. But in all of this, we must hold our heads up high and remember the words of James Weldon Johnson. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We've come treading a path through the blood of the slaughtered. Yeah, we were born for such a time as this. Our ancestors are watching us. And I want to ask you this question. And I think about Dr. Howard Thurman, who was a mentor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He said there are two primary questions that one must ask oneself in life. Number one, where am I going? That's a key question because you don't know where you're going to end up someplace else. And number two, who's going with you? And he said if you ever ask those questions in the wrong order, you'll be in serious trouble. This is a time that we must let go of the noisiness and all the distractions of this world. This is a time that we must go deeper. When our backs are against the wall, we must search ourselves and come to the place where we know that we were chosen for such a time as this, that we were created by the Creator to create. Sometimes life gives us occasions to push the pause button, to stop and to connect with ourselves, to be present with ourselves, to listen to the still small voice within. I say to you that we're in that place. Dr. Howard Thurman went on to say there's a voice in each and every one of us that waits and listens. It's the voice of the genuine. And he said, and if we cannot hear it, all of our life, all of our days will be spent on the ends of strings that somebody else pulls. We must understand the words, be ye not conformed to this world, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Millions of people have the capacity to win and become successful in life, spend countless hours consuming entertainment as opposed to education. We're in this place where Peter Drucker said we must be willing to unlearn, learn, and relearn. Einstein reminds us, he said, the thinking that has brought us this far has created some problems that this thinking can't solve. So this is a time that we have to continuously work to discover who we are. And what is the work that we are called to do? What is the calling on your life and my life? And why we here, the purpose that we're supposed to embrace, the why that allow us to face the rejections, the setbacks, and all the things that one will incur living this thing called life. Think it not strange that you face the fiery furnaces of this world. You will, not you might. You will have tribulation. So we've got to work on mental resiliency. We must focus on peace. He said, I'll keep thee in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. We must upgrade our skills, being involved in lifelong learning. We must have peace, we must have harmony, and we must have joy. Life be lifey. Creating communities of greatness, of collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships. This is where we are. This is our moment. This is our time. This is a wake-up call for us to stand together, to lock arms, to move into the future, and to create and live an impactful life that will outlive us for generations yet unborn. Our children are depending upon us. Our ancestors are watching us. Where do we go from here? I say, master your kingdom. Go within and ask God, what do you require of me? And answer the call on your life. And live a life that will outlive you. You have something special. You have greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.